I don't even know how to process whatever just happened in Game 1 of the NBA Finals. The Pacers steal it 111-110. Halliburton hits a game winner. We're going to do our best to try to break it all down. Let's get it. Well, what's up, everybody? Still trying to process whatever just happened in this Game 1. And I know I said that in the intro, but, the Pacers somehow win this game. Halliburton hits another game winner in a Game 1 of the NBA playoffs, and this time it's in the finals, his first ever finals appearance. He hits a game winner. And we will get to the end of this game. I promise that's going to be the main thing we talk about. I do want to talk about the rest of the game because it really doesn't matter, but we're going to talk about it a little bit. So, going into this game, the main storyline was going to be, can Indiana not turn the ball over? And if they do turn the ball over, OKC is going to make them pay. That was the main storyline. OKC's done it all year with almost every single opponent. We know that, right? And in this first quarter, before the game even started, the Thunder made a starting lineup change. They ended up going with Cason Wallace in the starting lineup instead of Isaiah Hartenstein, which was kind of weird. A lot of people thought it was very weird going into Game 1 of the finals. Cason Wallace, who has never started in the playoffs before, great defensive guy. Interesting decision. It actually ended up paying off. It set the pace for OKC and the Pacers in this entire game. The next thing was turnovers in this first quarter. The turnovers for Indiana in this first quarter, and mainly the first half, was the biggest storyline. Indiana turned the ball over 19 times in the first half. 19 times in the first half, and they were only down 12. 12 points. And they turned it over 19 times. That is insane. Put that through your head. The fact that Indiana was even in this game in the first half is incredible outright. The fact that they won it is mind-blowing. Early in this game, SGA looked like the MVP. He had 9 of the first 14 points, led to multiple timeouts. I think he ended with around 28, 29. No. He ended with 35, I think. 35. Another storyline in first quarter was that Obi Toppin couldn't find his confidence, and that quickly changed in the rest of this game. Obi Toppin was one of the biggest players tonight for the Pacers. Going into the second quarter, the first play was set up for Obi Toppin 3, and he knocked it down. And the game plan finally kind of started showing for the Pacers in this game. It started showing that they are here to outshoot OKC as much as possible. Put up more threes than them, make more threes than them, and that's how you're going to beat them, because OKC allows a lot of three-point shots to go up, and Indiana decided to exploit that. They did a really good job doing that tonight. And they found a lot of mismatches down low with Miles Turner and Pascal Siakam. When Hartenstein and Chet were on the floor together, they were able to do that very, very well. The Pacers genuinely in this first half, they played horrible offensive basketball. Their shooting was the only thing keeping them in the game, and Shea was doing a great job being aggressive once again. He looked like the MVP. But the third quarter was when everything started kind of flipping. The Pacers, which I wrote this down, which is crazy, and then Halliburton just said it on an interview a couple minutes ago. Controlled chaos looked like the motto going into the second half for the Pacers. They wanted to play fast, but they did not want to turn the ball over, and that's exactly how you're going to beat the OKC Thunder. Lou Dort was really good tonight. He shot 5 or 7 from 3. Hallie was looking for a shot more in the third quarter. When he's more aggressive, the Pacers seem to win, and he started getting aggressive, trust me. And it felt like in this game, they say basketball is a game of runs, which it is. But this game was there wasn't many runs up until the fourth quarter where the Pacers went on 2 big ones. I think they went on 12-2 and a 12-0 or a 12-3. There wasn't many runs in this game. Even though basketball is a game of runs, it felt like it was OKC just kind of leading the charge and the Pacers just kind of hanging around, which is what they do. The main word for me tonight and especially in this fourth quarter, was aggressiveness. And this was the second half of role players. I want to specifically talk about the ones for the Pacers. It was Obi Toppin. It was T.J. McConnell off the bench. Thomas Bryant played a very good game in his limited minutes. And then it was Andrew Nembhard. And Nembhard was insanely aggressive tonight. Like, the most aggressive guy on the floor when the MVP was out there, the number one driver in the world, SGA. Nembhard was the better and more aggressive player tonight, and he played amazing. He is the reason, in my opinion, that the Pacers really won this game. Obviously, Haliburton hit the shot, but Andrew Nembhard, man, props up to you. He was the aggressive guard. He handled the ball. He guarded Shea. Really, really good playing from him tonight. And then now let's just get to the elephant in the room, because none of what I just said the last, 5 minutes probably matters at all, because Haliburton hit a game-winning shot. The Pacers win by 1, and they steal game 1 from the Thunder. He gets another one. He had 14, 10, and 6 in this game. Not a good game from Tyrese Haliburton, really whatsoever. Just a fourth quarter collapse from the OKC Thunder. And obviously you don't want to see that from any team, but the fact that the Pacers were able to do this was incredible. Their only lead in this entire game was when Haliburton hit that shot and there was 0.3 seconds left on the clock. They didn't lead the entire rest of the game. They didn't lead 2-0. They didn't lead 4-0. Not at the beginning of the game. Nowhere in the middle. And they're able to do it with 0.3 seconds left and then win. But I know everyone likes to say that Haliburton, and props up to Haliburton, he won them the game, right? Like, he hit the game winner, but everyone else contributed tonight. Like I said, Obi Toppin, Andrew Nembhard, but it was Rick Carlisle again, man. He did it again. He outcoached this game. I got to put this in your minds, and I've said this on my podcast, I've said this on this channel, that Rick Carlisle has been the best coach of this entire playoffs. In Game 1 of the Eastern Conference Finals, we saw that he went to Aaron Nesmith a lot in that fourth quarter, and it paid off, and then Haliburton hits the shot. Rick Carlisle took Haliburton out of the plays entirely in the last 4 minutes of this game. And it was Andrew Nembhard, it was Pascal Siakam, it was Miles Turner, it was a little bit of Aaron Nesmith, like all the other guys except Haliburton having to score, and then when the time came, Haliburton took the rock and he made the shot. And that is incredible coaching from Rick Carlisle, because Haliburton really wasn't aggressive today. He wasn't. And the fact that the Pacers got out this game with him not being aggressive is impressive. Rick Carlisle said, I'm not going to give him the ball right now. My guy this game, or in this fourth quarter, has been Andrew Nembhard. He's getting the ball. Pascal's going to clean up the rebounds. Like, he coached this game so well. His substitutions were great. He made Mark Daigneault think about his rotations. Before the game even started, I said Cason Wallace in the starting lineup, who hasn't started a game the entire postseason, is in the starting lineup. That's already mind games and already great coaching from Rick Carlisle. So I think a lot of this game goes up to the players, but I think most of it should go up to Rick Carlisle. So shout out to Rick Carlisle. God, I'm trying to I probably sound really jumbled right now because I can't believe, I wrote down a couple pages of notes just on the quarters and stuff, and none of this matters at all because Haliburton hit the shot. So I was going to say that I've never trusted a losing team, or I thought they were going to lose in the Pacers. I've never trusted a team that's going to lose to actually go win it. I think they're going to win the NBA Finals. I'm switching my pick. I picked OKC in 6. I'm taking Pacers in 7. They've shown they can win on the road. I think they're going to have to do it a couple more times in this playoffs. But when they get back to Indiana, if they've got a 2-0 lead, this is going to be a really quick series for OKC. It is so hard to win in Indiana, and it was supposed to be hard to win in Oklahoma City, but I guess not. And then let's get into this last point. What does each team need to do after this? Well, OKC needs to not just choke their way out of games because, yeah, they choked this one big time. No, but in realness, they have to have better coaching. They have to have better substitutions. Shea can't be off the floor. When Haliburton comes back on the floor, Shea has to come back on the floor. It's not they come out simultaneously. Shea can't sit if Haliburton's on the floor. So there has to be some substitution errors. I think OKC has to shoot better from 3 to beat Indiana if Indiana's going to shoot that good from 3. Um, Indiana, I don't. They just have to keep their foot on the gas, and it seems like they are. This whole playoffs, it seems like they're got their sights set on what their goal is, and their goal is an NBA championship, and they've said that since the start of the season, and they haven't got sidetracked much. So I'm gonna trust in the Indiana Pacers to do it. I'm picking them in 7. I'm changing my pick. I had OKC in 6, and even if OKC won this game, I was changing it to Pacers in 7. It might be Pacers in 6 now. But even if OKC won this game, Indiana showed flashes tonight that they were better in this game. Now, they got outplayed for sure. Indiana does not deserve to win this game whatsoever. But they showed flashes that they can win an NBA championship, and obviously they won the game. So I can't believe the Indiana Pacers just won game 1 with 20 turnovers in the first half. Like, that's insane, especially against OKC. Okay, yeah, I guess that's all I got to say. We'll make a Game 2 video, I guess, if it's a good game. That'll be coming out, well, Game 2 is Sunday night, so Sunday night, I guess. God, another one from Tyrese Halliburton. This is insane. Peace out, guys. I'll see you.